Hi, I'm here to do a Joker Duology review. Uh, Giving the Joker his own film, I think, is really interesting. It's something that I wanted to happen for a long time. So I really wanted to check out Joker, and I ended up loving the film. It's unlike films that I would normally enjoy watching. I like watching uplifting films that are comforting, films that are lots of fun. And Joker isn't a happy story, but it's such an intriguing film that it's very fascinating. I think that Arthur Fleck is a great, interesting main character. I love Joaquin Phoenix's performance. I think that having Robert De Niro show up is really cool. I like his role in the film. I think that it's a really good movie. I really do like it. And it stands out when it comes to films that are adapting comic book characters. And by the time the Joker came out, there had been so many of those films. And there had been quite a few of those films in the year that it came out, 2019. And Joker still stood out amongst those films. And even after the film had come out, and after a lot of other films came out, I still thought about Joker, and it was still one of the better films that was adapting comic book characters. And I think that a lot of those films, including ones that are good, some of them can be films that I can get some enjoyment from, but I don't think about as much and don't really feel like rewatching. But that wasn't the case for Joker, and considering what an intense film it is, um, I think it really shows that despite how much of a downer the film can be, it's still a film that I really like, and I think that it's a fascinating film. And so I was feeling excited about the sequel, and I really wanted to see it. I really did think that I would really enjoy the film. I didn't think it would be as good as the first film because the first film really felt like a very impactful film that really stood out so well against hundreds of other superhero related films. And I think that it would be really hard to make a film that would fully live up to that. But I definitely wanted to give the sequel a chance. And I had some concerns, but I was still really excited, and I ended up really liking the sequel. I think it's a really good film. And I think that together, the Joker duology is really good. The sequel has a lot of what made the first film really good. Arthur Fleck being a really interesting character, and Joaquin Phoenix's acting being really impressive. And I really like the film's musical numbers. Considering how much of a downer the film can be, I think that having the scening can add some enjoyment to the film. I feel like it was necessary to show Arthur's fantasy side, where there's what's going on in his real life and what he's imagining. I think showing those two things was really good. And I think that Lady Gaga did a really good acting job. I think that that the film has a great adaptation of Harley Quinn, and I was initially against Harley Quinn being in the film. I was feeling like Harley Quinn was being shown too often in adaptations, and I wanted to see Joker on his own again, but the film's take on Harley Quinn is so good that I ended up feeling happy that she was in the film. In fact, the film's version of Harley Quinn is one of my favorite versions of the character that there's ever been, and she really stood out and added so much to the film. I think that she and Joaquin Phoenix are wonderful together in the film, and I think it's a great follow up to the first film. My only nitpick about the sequel is that I wish that Harvey Dent had a bigger role in the film. I think that Harvey Dent being involved in the trial against the Joker, I think that is so interesting, and I wish that his character was explored more, and I wish that he was in the film more.